Welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. It's been 5 years of doing YouTube and we're doing a long overdue 2021 channel update. Before we get started guys, this thing behind me, a huge thank you to Martin, who you've seen on the channel before, from hexagonlighting.com. You've probably seen this hexagon lighting going kind of viral from a detailing perspective. Why? It's a lighting system that you see lots of detailers using. Quite simply guys, it looks very cool. It's all modular, it all plugs together like Lego. Very, very easy to install, very light. You can put it on ceilings, you can put it on walls, and it comes in blue and pink. And it's just easy to install, very rapid to install as well. And it looks cool. Martin has hooked me up with this sign as well. He worked out all of my decals and stuff like that because he's got a vinyl company as well. And I'm sure if you contact Martin through Hexagon Lighting, if you've got a business and you want a similar sign like this, and it is wicked guys, he can hook you up. But don't quote me on that. But I'll confirm with Martin and I'll flash up, yes, he can make you one, or no, he can't. And I'm sure it's going to be a yes. But either way, if you just want the Hexagon Lighting, all the information will be on the hexagonlighting.com where you can see the product. Anyway, let's get started in this video, guys. So, 2021 guys, 5 years of doing YouTube. Let's wind the clock back 5 years ago. I wanted to create a YouTube channel for playing my guitar, JD's Folk and Blues. It's still out there. No one subscribes to that. I'm not even going to plug it. I've already plugged it. Don't bother. It's rubbish. And as a sideline, I thought I knew everything about detailing and I could easily do a detailing channel. You know, I've got all that sussed. I've done a little bit of detailing as a sideline, not to any great extent. You've never heard me talk about that. But when I had the van, used to do it a little bit as a sideline. And another thing you haven't heard me talk about is I used to do a bit of collision repair for quite a long time. Don't do it anymore. There's no money in it. And it's just a pain. But a few friends of mine still do. And that's how I got into detailing. But I discovered kind of like the product side of detailing late, and all these wonderful brands, and the detailing scene I think has loads to offer and it's good fun. So we started exploring the scene. Now my first few videos on the channel, they flopped because I didn't do any research. I just got the camera, rolled it up and started talking, and I wasn't very confident. It's very boring, very bland. If I show you some of those early videos, I deleted some of them because I was like this in front of the camera. Welcome to Forensics Detailing channel. Today we are going to talk about something or other. And it was like that, and people just didn't watch. So instead of giving up, I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and buy up a load of products in one category. So wash mitts was the first one, and I'll just tell you which I think the best product is. And I did that, and I noticed that video, instead of just doing 10 views, did like 1,000 and carried on growing up to like 10,000. So I thought, oh wow, that's cool. So I've got something here, so I just kind of did more videos like that and started growing a following. And after about a year, we had a following, you know, we had a little bit of support, and I was getting into it. I've got a YouTube channel here. It's working. The problem with the YouTube channel after 1 year was I went through and I added up how much I spent on all these best of videos. And some of these best of videos, like the best drying towel, the best buffing cloth, the best detail spray, the best wash mitts, some of them we were spending £300 or £400 worth of stuff on products. And the videos were making like £10 view revenue. So they were losing a fortune. And after 1 year of doing YouTube, I had a video where I just said, guys, I've got a problem. I'm losing money. The channel's not making any money. I'm going to make some changes. And there was a bit of moaning. There were people in the comments saying, oh, it's all about the money. But if I didn't do that, the channel would have had to stop. I would have stopped it there and then because it was costing me a fortune. I nearly swore then. It was costing me money. So we made a couple of changes, and they weren't big changes. Instead of just using random links I would Google links and put the first link to the product in the description, because if you didn't, people are like, where'd you get it from? Where is this product? So you have to direct people. I started using affiliate links where I could, because then that would generate me a bit of revenue. I also created the Patreon, which was just a voluntary thing. You want to sign up, you can support the channel. 2 tiers, 1 tier to join for $1, 1 tier for a competition, you know, once a month, and that was it. But doing those 2 things made a big difference because they created 2 other streams of revenue along with the view revenue from Google, which was about 50 quid a month. It took a year to get it to 50 quid a month as well. So it was nothing. But then you had 3 streams, so you're making like 150 a month. So it's like, well, I'm making a little bit of money doing YouTube here. And then from year 1, finishing year 1, going through to about year 3, we also did a lot more content, and some of those content was successful, and our views go up, our patronage goes up, and our affiliate commission goes up. And you've got, like, after say about 3 years, instead of losing money each month, and it was still close because we're still buying a lot of the products, we might be making like 500 quid a month on the channel. So after about 3 years, it still wasn't my full-time gig, if you like. You know, I could see an opportunity to be able to go full-time on YouTube. So I just kept my foot flat to the ground, did as many videos as I could, carried on growing. And in the start of 2020, the channel was making about £2,000 a month. And I went full-time on YouTube. Phenomenal. Love it. Like I say, I'm my own boss. You're the boss, effectively, aren't you? You're the boss. I'm the guy doing the content, and it's got to serve you, and it's been good. However, I seem to have plateaued and flatlined, and I want to increase revenue. So this is what this update is all about for 2021. Guys, when you go and watch YouTube, 99%, in fact, probably 100% of channels that are over 100,000 are doing partnerships, sponsored deals, maybe some advertising stuff on their channel, in order to make more revenue. I've never done it. I've never done a sponsored video on my channel. I don't know, when it was a sideline I didn't need to, but now I'm at the point where this is my income, and I don't want to just be able to survive on what I'm making. I want to be successful, and I want the channel to do really well, and I want to make a good living out of it. Same as you, when you go to work, you want to get a pay rise, you want to do well, and you're thinking about perhaps where your career is going to go and stuff like that. And that's how I am with my YouTube channel, and you owe that. I owe that to my family. I could sit here in my comfort zone and do YouTube for the rest of my life, making £2,000 a month, roughly, which is not bad. It was a chat. I was chatting to my brother. My brother-in-law, he works in a hotel. He kind of does the front desk, he does waitering and stuff like that. And it's part-time. He gets more money doing that than I do on YouTube. And I'm doing probably nearly double the hours he's putting in to get that money as well. YouTube's not an easy way to make money, guys. Only a tiny percentage of channels succeed. You know, even though there's lots of channels, only a tiny percentage succeed. It's not easy. So, 2021, how are we going to change? We are going to do some sorts of partnerships and promotional content on the channel. Now, something that will worry some of you, maybe rightly so, because you'll be thinking, well, is it going to affect the quality of what John's doing? One, no, I won't let it. I don't want to. I don't think anyone wants that. We will always be doing comparison tests that are unsponsored, where we just take products, we test them against each other. I know how to do those tests, guys. I don't do it to tear companies apart. I don't do it to make me sound clever. I do it because I'm interested in finding out which one performs the best. I think they're fun, and it's just car cleaning. So we're going to be carrying on doing those all the time. But I want to do some partnerships with brands. I want to partner up with a parts provider for the cars, so that I can get parts cheaper, you know, in exchange for a shout out to that brand, which is, I don't see any problem with that, and I don't think you would. We stopped doing brand reviews on the channel, another thing that I thought was a good idea, but the problem with the brand reviews is they do about 30 or 40,000 views over 3 years, which is maybe £30–40 revenue, but they take days to make. They basically, they don't make any money. But if they're sponsored, they can make money. And really, we are only walking through, showing you that brand, highlighting it, encouraging you to go and try their range. You know, we can take those products in that brand range, we can compare them in shootouts later on, but I don't see a problem with doing sponsored brand reviews, as long as we limit it so we're not flooding you with them. You know, maybe 3 or 4 a year or something like that. So that's an example of where sponsorship could work. Or if a brand release a new product and they want to get eyeballs on that product, you know, we could do a sponsored video to show you that product, because I think that's healthy. And I've been accused of just showing you a few brands and not enough, and not you know, not showing you enough products. There's a hunger for it, and the channel's been I've been a bit reluctant to show it to you. There's a third reason as well, guys, that since day one of doing this channel, people that know and support me and I speak to on Patreon, I've been moaning about it. Since day one, I've been accused, every video that I've done has been accused of being sponsored and paid for by the brand that I give the kudos to. I've had that since day one. You've got to, it's water off a duck's back to me. It really is, because you're going to get that. But 5 years of being told that my videos are sponsored anyway and it's all paid for. What's the worst that can happen if I introduce some videos that are declared sponsorship? Well, people are going to say, well, it's a sponsored video. Well, I'd rather they moan about a sponsored video being a sponsored video than my content being sponsored when it's not sponsored. So I'm prepared for that. I trust myself to do a good job with the channel. And I think I can do it in a balanced way, and I will be doing it in a balanced way. There's some other things as well that are really good, really exciting. Sorry, I should really script this video. Other opportunities, like people have been asking about training. So I'm looking at doing a training package for people that want a cheap thing that they can go and dip into that's online, and they can learn how to detail a car, because a lot of people are discovering detailing and they've got, you know, a lot of times it's the same message. So if the training course is there, you can go and do a training course. Yes, it won't be free, but it will be affordable, and you're all adults. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. So things like that I don't have a problem with. That's something I'm looking at doing this year as well, which I'm really excited, or in 2021. I'm also looking at making it easier for people that are discovering detailing to get the packages of what they want, because I notice the same questions coming in. John, what polisher do I need? What pad do I need? What abrasive do I need? I've got pre-formatted responses to that question on macro keys now, because I get asked it so often. So when someone asks a question, I can hit a macro and answer the question, you know, and tell them what they need. Well, if I package it all up, so, you know, we work with Into Detailing, Imran. We've talked about this. He's very busy and I'm very busy, and we just never got around to doing it. But like a package, so it could be a polishing package. So, John, I'm looking to get started on polishing. As soon as I hear the polishing word, boom, go there. There's your kit. Watch this video. Done. Or it might be on washing, or it might be on decontamination. So there'll be a package there to make life easier, which I think people want. So we look at maybe doing something like that. I've thought about offering products through Imran as well. I don't think I'm going to do that in 2021. Why? Because it's too big a commitment and the margins are too small, really. Unless you go all in. You go all in on that, which would be a complete change. I'll never rule it out, but at the moment, no plans to offer any forensics detailing products or anything like that, or merchandise as well. I've got some limited merch that I give out to certain tiers of patrons. There's a big overhead with all of that. Maybe in the future we might do merch, but again, no plans for merch perhaps for 2021, and no plans for any forensics detailing products. So that's really it for my 2021 changes. Some sponsored content that's sensible, and, you know, perhaps 1 or 2 a month, I don't know, you know, and that will probably be the main changes. Other than that, the videos will probably stay the same. Lots more how-tos, debunking stuff that we carry on doing. Tests, comparisons. We won't do sponsored content on test comparisons, obviously. And that's about it, guys. So let me know in the comments what you think about this. I think most of you I think most people just say, yeah, do it, because it's everywhere, isn't it? It's absolutely everywhere, and it's part of doing YouTube. So I'm really excited about it. Whenever I look back over what I've done and achieved on YouTube, the things you remember is where you've worked with other people. Those are the events I remember. You know, if I had to pick out highlight reels, it would be working with Pro Detailers magazine. It'd be working with going down to Auto Glim, doing that testing with them. Training days with Flex and stuff like that. Going to Arizona to meet all the other YouTubers and Turtle Wax and stuff like that. There's a lot out there, and those are the fun things. That I want to build up all those kind of memories. I want to meet people, I want to meet brands and stuff like that. I want to show you the detailing scene, because it's incredible. It's fun. You've got cars. Detailing is supposed to add to your enjoyment of maintaining the thing that all petrol heads love the most, and that is your car. Detailing should be a very, very positive thing in your lives, and that's why I'm looking forward to showing you more, getting out, and I think I can do that in a sensible way, you know, with some partnerships that are right for the channel next year. So that's going to come, guys. This is just an announcement on it as well. So let me know, as always. I run everything by my patrons, and we had a good chat about this, and it wasn't even 99% of patrons said go for it. It was 100%. I think a couple of, I listen and I read the detail, and a lot of them are very clever people, and it is how you do it, and that's the thing. You've got to do it carefully. You've got to do it that's right for you, and you've got to do it also right for the brands. If you do too much of it, I think you might not be giving the brands any value, and you might not be giving your channel any value, and you might not be giving yourself any value. Whenever I get this diagram out, you know you're in trouble. This is the Forensics Detailing Guide to YouTube Harmony. Patented diagram. Right, this is the industry up here. Hope you can see this. The industry at the top. This is the channel, me, FDC. And this is you, the viewer. I love this. This makes me chuckle. This red marker is the value exchange. When I started the channel and I was losing money each month, the value, the dot wasn't down here near me. It was up over here, somewhere between the viewer and the industry, because all these tests, you could just follow the recommendations. It's completely free. And the links were going off to all these businesses, and some of those businesses had no interest in working with the channel. So I'm making the industry lots of money, giving you good consumer advice, and losing money to do it. So that's why the value was over here. When we made, oh no, let's get the black back out. There we go. When we made the changes and we started making a bit of money each month, the value starts coming back towards me. But I would argue the value is still somewhere over here. And what I want to do in 2021 is make some money doing YouTube. Sorry if it sounds horrible. I want to make a good living. I want to be able to finish my projects on my cars. I want to be able to go places. I want to be able to do things. I want to be able to increase the quality of the content. And I want to get the value slap bang in the middle. And then our little locking, we have lock, missile lock. The target lock comes up, and then hopefully it's good for everyone. To do that, I still have to provide value for you as a viewer. And I think we're going to do that through our product comparisons, which I think are some of the best on YouTube. Certainly some of the longest testing ever done. The most work-intensive testing goes on this channel. We put a lot of time into some of these tests for very little rewards. I'll overlay you some of the sorts of figures we're talking about. We still, to this day, could put 3 months to 6 months in on a video that loses money. That's the reality of those best of videos. That's why a lot of people aren't doing long-term tests like that cost a lot of money. You know, you can shorten it right down and test products in a day. You know, you can. And I understand why a lot of guys are doing it that way, because it's not financially viable to do it the long way. We are doing it the long way on this channel. You know it if you watch. You don't need me to explain why. You've heard me moan. So we'll carry on doing those things, and sponsorship will enable us to. So if we can make money with other videos where we're doing promotional content, then we can afford effectively to do those long tests that cost a lot of money and don't make a lot of money. So that's where I'm going. The holy lock, the holy balance of Trinity. That's it for this one, guys. Listen, 2021's been a great year. It's been lots of changes going full-time on YouTube for me, and trying to figure out how to get this right, and I will get it right. I back myself, I trust myself to do it properly, fairly. But as always, the channel is nothing without the people that watch. And I've got a very good audience on this channel generally. The massive percentage of you are more into detailing cars than I am. You keep your cars better than me. You are hungrier than I am for all this product side. And the passion comes across, and it's that passion that keeps me going. So for all of the people that watch, take the time to comment, give it a thumbs up, and all those cliches that you hear, thank you. Because without that, the channel would have died. One last thing, do not forget to subscribe. And do not forget to hit that all notification thing, which is very important as well to the survival of the channel. Other than that, have a great Christmas. Been a real tough year with COVID. Christmas is not going to be easy for a lot of you as well with the current COVID situation in the UK. So hang in. I'm going to try and do lots of content as well, so that if you're stuck indoors, there's hopefully some good stuff to watch. Thank you very much. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.